Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Achishafe. Well, it's time to look at some stories trending in the world of sport. Activities have actually begun in Kano, where the under-16 football players are right now showcasing their talent. In the ancient city of Kano, there are so many players showcasing their talent. Well, 36 states, they have their contingent there, including the FCT under-16 boys football competition organized by Youth Sport Federation of Nigeria. That particular event has been the talk of the town over there in Kano. We have this particular, the opening ceremony started yesterday, and we have this for you.
I'm the representative of my president this evening for the opening ceremony and to declare the 39th edition of late Murtala Mohammed RAMAT Cup 2022 open this evening. Thank you very much for your coming. I want to assure you that this year's edition is going to be a special one, and you can see we recorded about 21 states in this tournament. Every year we don't normally have less than 20, and kudos to the states that were around, and we are assuring the country that to this year soon, if you watch, so many states learn their lessons, because if you look at the screening this year, you could see that the sizes.
Good one there. Well, the youths are really trying to play football on that 16 football competition organized by Youth Sport Federation of Nigeria, the 39th edition. That competition has come a long way and really has been sustained by a youth fund named RAMAT Cup. It has been a very wonderful competition where a lot of talents have been discovered. Joining me to talk sport this hour is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes, we just showcased the event where over there in Kano, the opening ceremony. They done the screening 2 days ago. Now the opening ceremony started yesterday, where Kano play against Rivers under 16. Although Kano won the event by 3-0, but now the boys are happy. They want to play football under 16.
Okay, I think for the first time we are seeing something that looks more like real under 16, and because if you look at the boys, truly they are within that age bracket. So I think we'll have a process where they will be transformed into the Golden Flying Eagles and Super Eagles in the future. It's a very good one. It's not a competition. This is the 39th edition, and I can't recall any of the edition that we have a player from the competition that transformed into either the Flying Eagles. So we should have that process at least 1, 2, 3. That will now motivate other players that, oh, we have an example. So player was played in the RAMAT 14th edition, 15th edition. Currently now is playing for the Flying Eagles or the Super Eagles. It should be a competition that will start with good fanfare the way we started, and at the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. It's a very good one. It's good seeing the kids playing real soccer, real football.
Now, if you look at the, while the man was talking, he said about 21 states are participating this year, that there have not been any year where they don't have at least 20 states out of 36. That shows that, okay, almost all the states are reckoning with that RAMAT Cup, because it seems to be the avenue where you discover a lot of talent at the age of 16.
Yeah, it shows the acceptability of the competition by every state. What I think we need to do more is awareness. We need to do more awareness. We need more people to come in and support the Youth Sport Federation of Nigeria in making sure that the players are well taken care of. They should invite some coaches to come as a scout to look at this talent and see maybe they can take 1, 2, 3, 4 players outside the country. It should go beyond what we are saying now. We should be looking at the future. It's a very good development that I think we need to keep going with more people coming in to support the government.
This event, you look at now, they are adding a lot of razzmatazz there. Now you look at the fact that the Deputy Governor of Kano State, Dr. Kano, is the president of Youth Fund, and he has really shown a lot of interest. Now they will be adding athletics to it so that it won't be only football every time. And they also have other sporting events where they normally carry that. I remember that was the time they did deaf sport. And a lot of people don't even know that it exists. Really, it's part of parasport, and very soon the federal government said that the Parasport Festival will be starting, where all the parasport men and women will be able to showcase their talent. I love the fact that Youth Fund has deemed it fit, despite the fact that they lack sponsorship and all that, they still sustain this event. Now adding other sport, basketball, handball, the deaf competition I mentioned, and also not forgetting athletics will be there now in Kano for this year's edition. Okay,
I think it's a good development also, so that we'll have like the junior championship competition, sport competition in the country, just like we have the National Youth Sports Commission also. So we'll have that so that it won't be only game of soccer or football, which I know it is the most popular in the world of sports. But let's add to it also, so that people that they have skills and talent in other sporting activities, they use that avenue to showcase their talents. But what I think they really need now is they need people to come out and support and sponsor them, and let's give them the awareness so that it will be something that all the youth will be looking forward to every year to qualify and represent their states and their country.
That would be a good one if a sponsor can at least be gotten for this particular competition. Youth Fund has come a long way, 39th edition, and you just have to know that it's been, in fact, you can call it an adult competition right now, because for 39 good times, it has been existence, and we want to give kudos to Youth Fund and all the organizers there. Under 16 football competition taking place in Kano. 21 states out of 36 are participating, and now Kano State opened the competition yesterday with a 3-0 win against Rivers team, that's under 16 team. We've been looking at that particular competition. We'll be adding more later as the event unfolds. Now we quickly move away from on that 16 competition in Kano. Let's go to Imo State. Let's talk about Heartland. We reported some times back that the players of Heartland came out protesting about 9 months' salary being owed, and later the state government agreed on paying them 6 months' salary. But news coming to us right now is that as at yesterday, the players have gotten just a month's salary, and not all the players, because they are also being asked to sign a letter attesting that they've gotten the salary of 6 months. I still don't understand what is happening here. Something must be wrong somewhere.
Honestly, I don't know how we got to this situation, and it's not a good one for the game of sport and football. And the owner of the Heartland also, and that's the state government, they need to let people trust them by their words. They came and said they are going to pay them 6 months, and the LMC, they gave them a deadline, ultimatum. If truly this allegation, let me call it allegation, is true, then we need answer. What do we mean? LMC, they gave a directive that they should pay the players at least 6 months arrest by so day. The date has elapsed. What have they done? I recall in 2016, when Giwa FC, they had an issue beating referee. This same LMC, under the chairmanship of Shehu Diko, they suspended Giwa FC. Though they took the case to court, it went off and on, but it took that decision. So the question is, what is stopping them from taking that decision on Heartland FC management this time around? I hope we are not in a situation whereby we are mixing politics with sport activities, because it is very unfair for players to have been, to play for 9 good months. You did not pay them. You promised you are paying 6 months. The LMC said, oh, we are giving you deadline. And later on, you are now asking them to come and collect 1 month. And they should sign an undertaking and lie that they've been paid 6 months. you are committing them to sign something that they cannot come out later and deny. I think this needs to be investigated. And I know Shehu Diko, he was a consultant before. He was even among the consultants that drafted the National Sports Commission bill at the National Assembly. So he was there. So he has the experience. He was even the secretary to the Super Eagles when we had the issue of bonus pay. So he knows what it takes to mediate, to run it. He has all the experience. So I don't think his ability or capacity to resolve the issue is a problem. Maybe there are some things that are beyond his power. I'm just saying, but we need to come out and let these players be paid. And if the situation still continues like this, I foresee a situation whereby all the players will go on strike. I'm not playing again. And other team also, in solidarity, they should support them. Maybe if you have a situation like this, then they will...
Remaining 19 teams should at least support.
They should support them. It's
settle
solidarity.
This matter. We are all one.
Because injury to one, they say, is injury to all. You don't need to wait until it happens to you before you come out and support your fellow teammates.
And the news came out that not all the players got even the 1 month. They allowed they got yesterday. Some did not get, some got there. Those they come to the ministry there about come to the office, sign a paper that you have gotten paid, which is not really too well for Nigerian sport. We just have to do something right concerning this. According to what he said, that all the teams should come together to support this because injury to all. Well, injury to one is injury to all. As it is, we just hope that the Heartland players that are being old will be able to get their pay and allow them to be happy, take care of their own family and let football. We continue to pursue this issue because the matter really, even though it seems that attention are not being given much concerning this issue, but really we need to talk about it. People need to know what's happening concerning the Heartland. If you look at the performance so far, they will go there, travel, try their best to play, but it's not really the best they want to do. The last game they play against Aqua United, they play draw. Surprisingly, nobody saw that coming. Now let's move away from Heartland issue of salary. Now let's move to talk about some matches that was played in Europe. 2 matches. We look at Serie A result and also La Liga result. Now quickly, let's start with Spezia losing against Fiorentina by 1-2, 2-1 against Spezia. Fiorentina seems to be getting their act together these days. Now they are really they're standing 8 on the log, and they won. In fact, a couple of matches now that they've really done well when it comes to football. Okay, and that shows that they are getting prepared for their semi-final match against Juventus to show that, okay, this time around, he wants to go back to where we used to be. Then their current form now also shows that they are preparing, if they didn't qualify for the Champions League, at least Europe. They want to qualify for Europe also to play the Europa League next season. So it's a very good one. It shows that, okay, we are not sleeping again. We've woken up, we've discovered our problem. Then I just hope it is permanent. It is not something like the next 2 or 3 matches, they'll go back to their... Hoping that it's not a fluke. Well, we've been talking concerning Fiorentina defeating Spezia consistently. They've been winning some matches, and now they are knocking at the door of playing the Serie A in a good way. Now we move away from that place. Let's talk about La Liga match that also happened between Atletico Bilbao. They lost against... it was a good one for Mallorca to defeat Bilbao that has been beating all the big boys in La Liga. Now they lost against Mallorca. 2-3. You have a particular player that scored. His name is Sevilla. It shows that what they did to the big boys, Mallorca also did the same thing to them. That's one thing and one good thing about the game of football. And when you are doing very well, you will be a team to beat. So every team will now want to make that statement that, oh, okay, you've done it to Barcelona, you've done it to Real Madrid, so that means you are top of the game. So come to my home also, let me make a statement. I'm sure in La Liga right now, it's all about Mallorca beating Atletico Bilbao. So that's a very good one. Well, Mallorca, they did it. They were able to dislodge the big boys beater. Yes, this time around, Atletico Bilbao are tasting what they have been meting out to people or other clubs is how it actually happened to them. Now, from there, let's talk about a particular incident that happened in September 2021. Brazil and Argentina. They were to play a match, that's the World Cup qualifiers in the cornball, and after 5 minutes, that match went into a big problem. That was a fracas where the officials of Brazil ran to the pitch to protest that about 4 players did not follow the COVID-19 protocol. That match was stopped. Now, FIFA has agreed that that match will be replayed. Yes, Brazil Argentina will have to play again, the World Cup qualifier, and players like Bondia, Emi Martinez, Lo Celso, and Romero, they have been suspended for 2 matches for not obeying the rules, while Brazil, they've been fined 477 euro, while Argentina FA also fined 190 euro. Well, the day and the time of that game is yet to be announced by FIFA, but it has been confirmed that they will have to take a replay of that match.
Okay, the first thing that came to my mind, even in September when the issue happened, is why did the Brazilian medical team have to wait until
they started the
game, and 5 minutes they now discover that 4 players from England have breached the COVID-19 protocol?
Maybe it was an oversight. Maybe they just remember. Somebody might just call their attention. Oh, these guys flew in from England, and they did not take the normal 14 days.
And they saw the team list, they saw the players, they saw the arrival. I think, well, the good thing is they realized the mistake and the issue was averted. So it's going to be a very good match, a rematch between Argentina and Brazil. Both teams have qualified already. They've played 15 matches. They've not lost. Brazil, they drew 3. Argentina, they drew 5. Brazil is topping with 39 points, followed by Argentina, I think 35. So if Argentina wins, it will take them to 38. That is what they are fighting for now. It's about pride that I'm topping.
The 2 countries are always, it's just like Nigeria, Ghana, you know, that pride is there. It's not even about the World Cup.
No, it's not
what
about
is there is the fact that Argentina, Brazil, they have a long time war issue concerning football.
So that is what is going on right now. So they will want to win the next match. And the next 2 matches, which will be played in the month of March, they will try to win theirs and see
if they can upstage
them to say, oh, we top the combo before going to the World Cup. So it's going to be a very interesting one to watch. And there's a lesson here. The lesson is that if we make a mistake, even at the point of executing the process, you can still recall it. That was what they actually did. They made a mistake by allowing them. So at the point of realizing that, oh, we made a mistake, we should not allow this, so they came out. So that was why they too, they were fine. Okay, so that is how it should be. So I think it's a very good one and a good development.
I love the way FIFA actually made the pronouncement. So the 4 players, Argentine players that flew in from England, Bondia, Martin, and all of them, it means now at least Argentina will miss the service of those players. 2 matches.
Yes,
two matches.
They will miss the services of the players. I think they are playing Venezuela and Ecuador for their next 2 matches. So it's not going to affect their World Cup. They've qualified already.
Yes.
So
but at least for the players' record.
For the players' record, yes, they're going to miss that. But that doesn't stop them from going to the. They can't miss Martinez not going to the World Cup. They can't miss the 4 players not going to the World Cup. But for the 2 qualifying matches left, they will miss that one.
Good one. We've been talking concerning the Brazil-Argentina issue. Well, that match was played in September. Just after 5 minutes, it went off because a mistake was made. The Brazilian FA didn't realize that 4 players that flew in from England, the likes of Martinez, Bondia, they flew in with that following the COVID-19 protocol. And now that match will be replayed between Argentina and Brazil for pride. Argentina have been fined 179 euro, while Brazil, the host country, have been fined 477 because a fracas really ensued on the pitch on that particular game. Now, FIFA has really passed the message, but the date and the venue, well, yet to be announced. Now we'll take the big one for today that will be coming from UEFA Champions League, talking about PSG versus Real Madrid. A lot of people will be looking at who will carry the day between these 2 great clubs. You look at Messi now coming back to play his former arch rival in La Liga. When he was in Barcelona, Real Madrid are always there to play against his team, but now he's in PSG. And the news is that Neymar could be coming up. He could be playing today because he's back to the fold of PSG. It's going to be a big one. Vinicius Junior versus Kylian Mbappe, Benzema. You have these guys, Neymar, you have Messi, Carlo Ancelotti against Pochettino. We are looking at the preview now. We are previewing this game and the prediction so far. Champions League.
Wow, it's good to see the clash of billionaires. The current market value
of the two teams
is in the region of $1.6 billion. PSG, they are $901 million, while the Real Madrid, they are 781. So you can see what is at stake. And we are talking about the record holder of Champions League, Real Madrid. They've won it 13 times. And we are talking about PSG, that they've never, ever won it, despite the star they have, despite the amount of money they've spent there. And it's going to be a very good one to see who is going to take the day, who is going to, who is not going to qualify for the quarter final. To me, I think whoever wins tonight's match will determine how best to use what we call CCT in football. That's what we call communication, concentration, and tactics. If you get your communication right, you get your concentration right, and you get the tactics right, you are going to win the match. But if you don't, when you have a defender that they don't know how to communicate, I mean, a keeper that doesn't know how to communicate to the defender doesn't know how to communicate to the midfielder doesn't know how to communicate to the striker, and they lost concentration. And we have a coach that doesn't know when to make a substitute, when to change your pattern and style of play. That will be a problem. The two teams, I think, in the Champions League, they've met 7 goal times. Real Madrid, they won 3. PSG 2, they drew. They drew 2 times. Okay. 2 times, making 7 times. And the last meeting between the two was during the group stages, in which PSG won. But in 2016, they met at the same level of round of 16, in which Real Madrid won PSG. So, and PSG, they've been consistent for the last 3 competitions. Last year, semi-final, they were beaten by Manchester City. Year before they got to the final, they were beaten by Bayern Munich. Maybe this year will be their year to make, because for the past 10, 11 years now, they've been doing very well. The Real Madrid currently now, they are struggling in front of goals. They are struggling in the front of goals, and for the last 2-3 matches, the goals are not been coming the way it used to come. And also, this is an opportunity for Mbappe to issue "come and get me" to Real Madrid by dealing with them, by doing what? By telling them that if you don't get me next season, this is what you're going to miss, because I'm going to deal with you today by scoring 2 or 3 goals. So it's going to be a very interesting match. Looking at the statistics, the head-to-head, the current performance of the two teams, probably will see a draw at the end of today, knowing fully that the go against or go favor, it's not going to be available this time around. It depends on the number of goals you are able to score. No away goals rule again. So it is number of goals. So everybody wants to score as much as possible. And when you have the likes of Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria, what are you looking for? You get the goals as much as possible. So we're going to watch a very interesting match tonight.
A big match between PSG and Real Madrid will be coming up at the Parc des Princes today over there in France. Well, it's been Champions League talk, and we just have to take this one. In our subsequent edition, we'll be taking on Sporting versus Manchester City. Our time is up. We just have to go. It's been a wonderful time with Olawale Peters. Good to have you once again. Well, I'm sure you had a wonderful time on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.